and welcome to the virtual gallery walk presentation by the School District of Janesville, Wisconsin. I'd like you to meet Allison Degraaf, the Director of Learning and Innovation, and Krueger, the Principal at Jefferson Elementary from Janesville.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here today as part of the What's Right in Education virtual conference, and excited to share our journey on the school improvement plan process and making the mid-year check progress count. I have been in the School District of Janesville for 30 years as a teacher, a reading specialist, an elementary principal, and currently the Director of Learning and Innovation. Krueger is here with me from Jefferson Elementary School, and he's been a part of this school improvement plan process journey with me during many of these 30 years. The School District of Janesville is located in Janesville, Wisconsin. It's a K-4 through 12 district with 21 schools, about 10,000 students, and over 52% of our students are on free and reduced lunch. The School District of Janesville is focused on our Janesville promises. We have 5 promises around school and student success, health and safety, culture and climate, relationships, and finance. The school and student success promises are the foundation for our school improvement plan process. We know that the school improvement plan process is the single most important process carried out by a school community. In my 30 years in the School District of Janesville, I've been a part of the school improvement plan process. And when I first began as an elementary teacher, we would begin writing our school improvement plans at the beginning of the year, inputting our data, and we would list all of the strategies and action steps in our school improvement plan that we would think of that would help support student achievement. And it became a process where we had about a school improvement plan that was 20 pages long, including every important strategy and artifact we thought was necessary. Many times it would go in the folder. At the end of the year, we would pull the school improvement plan process back out. We would add our data, and we would continue on with using the same strategies that we had in the past, and not really determining which strategies we thought might be effective or which ones were maybe not moving our progress along as we had hoped. We were very good at the first 3 parts of that research-based process, which is diagnosing, planning, and implementing. The pieces of the important research-based process that we did not follow as well is really that monitor, adjust, and reflect. So as part of the outcome and adjustments that we needed to make to the school improvement plan process, we realized that we needed to be more focused in our goals. So we began changing to a common template that had 3 specific goals, one on literacy, math, and culture and climate, that really focused on professional practices, strategies, and professional development. Those professional practices, what is the teacher doing? Whether those are data retreats, PLC times, backwards design, and that instructional strategy, what is the teacher doing with the student? And we found that really focusing on one strategy for each of those goals really was more about providing less is more. When we had too many goals, we really had a limited focus, but with one goal and one key high leverage strategy, our focus became very clear in each of those areas as part of the process. The second step that we added is the mid-year progress check, where all of the administrators and instructional coaches come together during the middle of the year to reflect on their data. They look at the data, determine, is it trending in the right direction? Is it decreasing? Has it not moved? So is that high leverage strategy really working for us? Do we need to give it more time? Or do we need to change or adjust the strategy? So it really allowed ownership in the process and really a reflective practice for administrators. The administrators also had an opportunity to share with their administrative team strengths in an area of growth, and they used a district protocol to provide feedback to each administrator on different ways they could support growth in their school improvement plan. So today I have Krueger here with me from Jefferson Elementary School, and he works in a school that has over 65% of his students in poverty. He's a Title I school, but has been recognized for 4 different years by the state for their achievement results. So today I want to have Kurt share with us a little bit about how he feels that shift in the school improvement plan process with a tighter focus on fewer goals has really supported his work as an instructional leader.
Yeah, thank you, Allison. And prior to the shift, just as you said, our SIP had been basically a 9-year narrative. And now that process is something that we live and breathe. It's dynamic and responsive to changes that just naturally occur throughout schools every year. It's something that we revisit regularly, and it's not a box that's just checked off every September and May. So also prior to the shift, all of the plans were written differently. And ours was a narrative, but another school organized the plan in a table, and other schools had several documents linked together in a web-based format. And this variance with the way the plans were just written provided barriers when collaborating on the plans between other schools, even within our district. So the tighter focus of the SIP, identifying specific teacher and instructional strategies that can be leveraged throughout other content areas, has resulted in a more strategic focus. So if we choose a skill that can be implemented across multiple subject areas, then the overall effect on our student achievement will be greater. So when we carefully select that right focus, then we can confidently begin to allocate resources to support that full implementation. So these goals have quickly become the project work for us at Jefferson, and projects have a beginning and an end. The goals end when the strategy is implemented. So and take a literacy goal, for example, we're focusing on student conferencing and writing. And this is our 2nd year that we're focusing on this goal. When our evidence shows that student conferencing is a skill that is fully implemented, we will decide on the next skill, knowing that student conferencing will remain.
Thank you, Kurt. And can you also share a little bit with us about what you found valuable as a result of that mid-year progress check with the school improvement plan?
Yeah, absolutely. So that mid-year reflection allows all of these proverbial dots to be connected, because our mid-year reflection is done at both the school and district levels. These conversations are authentic. They provide the framework to refocus on the goal and see what other schools are doing as well, and then most importantly, adapt. And their permission to adapt and modify goals and strategies is what is most useful to myself as a principal, because that permission allows me to take a risk, stretch our skills, and nurture the belief that we are all lifelong learners. And honestly, this clearly supports the culture that I want to be a leader in.
Well, thank you, Kurt, and thank you for the opportunity to share with us how making that mid-year progress check really counts. And so as we narrow our focus to accomplish more through intentional work on best practices, we know that that mid-year progress check allows us to monitor, adjust, and be reflective practitioners in the School District of Janesville. So thank you again for this opportunity to share how the mid-year progress check counts.